Hi guys, welcome to this week's Urban Uncut. This week we are talking RS6s, and here we have the RS6 GT. Right, so this is a customer of mine and a good friend, Johnny from Donny. And if you don't know who he is, check this out.
After this lorry, I'm going to shut this bridge. So hurry up and get these cars on.
So as you can see, and you're probably not surprised after watching that, it's pretty filthy. He dropped this off to me a day after a track day at Alton Park. 20 hot laps, brakes glowing red, but also he's rallied it across fields. He uses his cars like they're meant to be. This is a very limited edition car, but he uses it, and I love that. So I need to chuck this into the valeting bay to get it cleaned. We'll talk about the facts and figures on that car later, but for now, I'm going to jump in this beautiful blue Audi RS6 and go for a ride. I love these things. L494 SVR aside, the RS6 is probably the urban car that I've spent most of my time in and done the most miles in. Having said that, I do want to see the differences between this and that GT. So I'm just taking this for a quick blast just to remind myself. We've spoke about this car quite a lot on the Urban channel. We know how good they are. We know it's just a big V8 German muscle car. And every time I get in one, it never fails to impress me. Carbon bonnet, carbon wings as well.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Because Tom told me.
Has it got carbon wings?
Why are you questioning me?
Because your product knowledge is normally generally Probably like that. I asked you a question, you tell me, and then I refer to Dad. Lenny, talk to me about this car. First of all, the number plate.
Johnny from Donny, innit? So you've seen John, haven't you, on social media, right?
Raffle time!
Raffle time!
What a guy!
He's some boy, right? And he's even got another plate, SUM80Y. He's some boy. So obviously he started as an urban customer. He's bought an RS6 off us before this, an urban one. He's bought an RS6. He's got an urban.
Didn't he have that nutty 1,000 brake
horsepower G63. He's got a sport on the way for kitting. So yeah, I asked if we could nick this for a couple of days, and it's amazing.
So first things first, when I looked at this car online, I thought the front bumper was the same and they just fine lined the front bumper to create a different look. Yeah. Because I saw these blades and I was thinking it was the same. Different. But it's actually not.
Yeah, and interestingly,
there's so much different.
Yeah, so carbon bonnet, carbon front wings.
Really?
Thanks, Tom. It's 30 brake horsepower more, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 40 kilos lighter.
There's not a cue board behind me, by the way.
I've actually read into this car, but yeah, it's very, very, very cool. One of 660. Johnny was the first person in the UK to have one of these.
How did you get this then?
So
is there a story behind it? Are we allowed to know the story behind it?
I mean, I'll keep it brief, but there's quite an interesting story where you actually had to, not be invited, but you had to put your case forward. Yeah. I think Johnny's had like 50 like Audi RS products. So he got the call.
That puts my 6 or 7 to shame, that does.
So he got the call and said, like, what colours you wanted? And he was like, what, am I actually getting one? And the guy that was on the other end of the phone said, not only are you getting one, you're getting the first one in the country before blah, 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 blah.
I know what the car this is now.
Right.
This is the one that burned out the dealership. It's snaking up the road. Have we got a copy of that?
We should, yeah, have a here. And we're back. So, look, Johnny can pedal, right? He does the Nürburgring. I mean, this is literally freshly back from Alton Park and, you know, glowing ceramic brakes. This is a racetrack up north somewhere. So he can pedal. That was sideways outside that dealership. But the nice thing about it is that it's driven. I mean, you've already had a look at all the PPF. There's PPF like peeling off it. Yeah. Like the brakes were absolutely red raw yesterday.
I saw a video of.
Yeah, he smashed it.
But they're not even ceramics either, are they?
They are ceramics, yeah.
Oh, they are. So it was going.
Yeah. But that's properly. The nice thing about it. This was what it was for. So Audi have given this to a fantastic Audi RS customer. But you need to come out with me on this because between us,
it can't be that much better than another one.
I'm telling you, right? I took it for a quick blast. Before we did all this filming, I'm telling you need to drive this and you need to tell me how much different it is.
Oh, they are carbon wings, aren't they?
So it's more powerful, it's lighter, it hasn't got air suspension, it's got proper Bilstein coilovers, adjustable coilovers. So it's just cool, it's not just a big family V8, this is a proper sports car.
I like that. That's kind of raw in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What else is different? Sills are the same. Rear spoiler. You know what? That looks like the Club Sport Golf.
Yeah, the Mark 8.5, yeah.
Club Sport spoiler.
Yeah.
Diffuser looks a little bit similar to ours.
Yeah.
Audi. Stop. Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, but no, it's a really cool thing.
Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, tell a lie. There's a cool little scoop in there.
There you go. Aerodynamics, and then obviously these graphics along the side. Well, I quite like it in black because all the launch
really
cars
cool
were
car,
white, weren't they? White with the red stripes and stuff like that. But yeah, very cool thing. But you need to drive it to see the difference between this and the standard RS6. I'm telling you.
Let's drive it.
I'm telling you.
Let's drive it.
So you've actually had a couple of these as well, haven't you? You're a big Audi RS fan,
yes,
aren't you? Like obviously R8, R4, RS6. I'm telling you, it doesn't just feel like that 30 brake horsepower more.
And we're not in sports mode or anything like that.
We are in sports mode, yeah. I'll slip that in sports mode while you're in there.
I think he's cooked the brakes already.
No, they're a bit soft, aren't they? They are a bit soft. They are a bit soft.
I sort of don't want to plant it into a roundabout on the fear that it'll give up on me. You know what? I haven't driven a fast car for about a year. Right,
okay, so take it easy then. Just wind yourself into it.
I literally haven't driven a fast car for a year. It feels absolutely fantastic.
we're both just used to 90 hard tops, aren't we?
Yeah, literally. My D350 goes really well.
D250.
I know. Yeah. It's hierarchy, though, isn't it? One day, son. One day. You'll get a D350 like me.
Give it a little bit around this. I mean, the tyres are still a little bit cold, but give it a little bit. You'll see what those coilovers are doing. Look at that. Look.
It is solid, isn't it?
It is absolutely. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Whoa.
There you go. Whoa. There you go.
It's got a little bit of like.
Don't you think it's got a bit more fizz about it?
It's got some. It dances like that Curtis on Love Island.
Remember when we compared the RS4 versus the RS6 and how the RS4 felt a little bit more nimble and lighter?
Yeah.
This has got a bit of that about it. And I don't know whether it's the mixture of the extra power, the less weight, and the coilovers.
This is how an RS6 should be.
Exactly, yeah.
But if they wasn't 240, I'd be going, well, and you know what I'll be saying now? I'm going to get one of these.
I know you would.
But they're £239,000 online.
Yeah, so
I checked earlier. There's two available.
Yeah, so retail they're about, I think they're about 175, something like that. But obviously, people know that they're special. They're hard to come by. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it's a completely different car on those coilovers. Oh my God.
You see what I mean?
Straight up to 69 mile an hour. Yeah, what a car.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never heard you make that noise before. So that's an accumulation of not driving a fast car for a year and driving the right fast car.
Yeah, I mean, I've got and everything.
Well, it's carbon fibre, not but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? the RS6 on air feels like a big car still.
Yeah.
Right, but this feels like an RS4.
So look, we've got to sell those RS6s that we've got. So we're not dogging that
what
RS6.
What a great car they are.
They are
what
fantastic. But they are fantastic all-rounders. The air suspension is fantastic for like...
Are you backpedaling?
I'm backpedaling a little bit. Look, we know these are really, really, really good, but you can't get hold of them. You can't. There's only 660 in the world. There's only 2 on Auto Trader at the moment, and they're up for £250,000.
Yeah.
Right? So the standard RS6 is
so you're saying it's out of reach for the standard
but it's a bit out of reach.
I mean, you can get a used one of these RS6s for what, about 70 grand
65,
now?
70 now?
65.
Yeah. So that represents quite good value compared to £250,000, right?
It represents exceptional value, and you could even put up with the air suspension because of it. Got one statement to make.
Go on.
Why the hell do we pay road tax? The roads are
What's the point?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god. Oh, you can see why you do a track day in it.
Don't it feel different though?
That's the first Audi I've got into for a long while. You know when we got into like the new RS3 and stuff like that? I mean, I bigged it up and everything because we had to sell kits, but it was underwhelming. Whereas that is unbelievable.
Most modern performance cars now do things very, very, very well. The Audi RS3 is an incredible car, but it doesn't give you that fizzy feeling.
No.
Whereas this is a brand new car that just makes you feel like...
So if you bought, I'm just thinking out loud here, if you bought a normal RS6, yeah, but a dynamic version with springs,
yeah,
then you could put coilovers
on it, yeah,
which would be exactly the same as this.
Maybe a little exhaust change, Miltec exhaust or something like that.
Yeah.
Slight tune.
Yeah.
And then you can make your own RS6 GT. So if you get a 2021, 2022 performance, which was on shocks and springs,
yeah,
stick coilovers on that, stick an exhaust on that, take the rear seats out, make it a little bit lighter.
So what was the difference in weight?
40 kilos.
Oh, that's not much.
Not a huge amount. I mean, we could probably lose that.
Turn that out after a weekend.
We could probably lose that between us.
What a car. Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks, John.
it.
Nice one, mate.
Appreciate it a lot.
Right, so the RS6 GT is incredible. Si's still fizzing, he's still smiling. But if you weren't lucky enough to get the one of 660 allocations and you don't want to pay £250,000 overs on this car, we have 2 great examples for you.
New and used, yeah?
Yeah.
So used 123 plate, finished in Sepang blue?
Yeah.
Ultra blue?
Ultra blue, thanks Chris.
Absolutely the same though.
Is
Look
it?
very much. Well, no, they are, but they're not. It's ultra blue. I think it was a cost option when I bought it because we bought this car once, sold it to a customer.
Yeah.
We've just bought it back. How much is that up for, Lenny?
I don't know, Simon. I genuinely don't know how much we've got it up for.
Why not?
I don't know.
What department do you work in, mate?
Marketing.
In that case, then you should know what we're marketing it for.
I should know what we're marketing it at.
So this one has been freshly wrapped. We've got it with gold wheels and red calipers. It is, as we said, the Christmas tree spec.
The Christmas spec, yeah.
So obviously, as you said, the GT, phenomenal.
Yeah.
But you can't buy one for less than £238,000, although that will probably change over the coming months. We know what these things are like when they're limited. So as you said earlier, obviously fantastic car, but you don't get much change from 240k.
No.
Whereas this fine blue one, with comfortable air suspension, see what I did there?
I know how much
comfortable. The air suspension is so much more comfortable than that rally car.
I know how much this is now.
You get £5. I said you get £5 change
Right off.
from 109,995.
This is half a daily.
You get a 5 and change from 109,995.
Right, let's bring it back to professionalism.
I'm Supercar Simon.
If one of these is of interest, get in touch with the guys at the showroom. But yeah, these are both in stock, ready to go. Amazing machines.
And what a wonderful episode it's been this week. You know what, guys?
It's f***ing raffle time.
It's raffle time!